Mike Ghasemi is the founder and chief industry analyst of Mike Ghasemi Research. Thank you for your time. How did McDonald's and companies like Starbucks become so embroiled in this boycott campaign against them? And how significant has the impact been on them?
Brands like Starbucks and McDonald's, due to their, the global business operations, obviously they are more exposed than any other local businesses. And given the fact that they operate in every single country and we live in an interconnected global economy, there is a strong political view about these big brands in the world. And as far as the conflict and how these brands has been affected, I believe that somehow it depends on their political views, how they have reacted to the recent conflict between Israel and Palestinian, and also at the same time, it's also the results of the social media and how the people have reacted to some of the the content, the digital content that has been circulated in the social media.
It's not just American brands, right? It's also French brands that have felt the brunt from consumers.
Yes, definitely. I mean, as I said, we live in an interconnected global economy, and every company around the world possibly could be affected. It could be a local fruit juice producer who, for some reason, they have some sort of connection with investors in Israel. So regardless of whether they are American or they are European or they are from the Middle East, every company could possibly be affected because of this conflict. And as I said, there is a strong political view from the consumers as far as as well as the global brand. And due to this factor, any news that gets circulated in the social media about these brands and their operation in Israel definitely would have a negative impact on these brands' image.
And when we, and just sorry to interrupt you because we don't have a lot of time. When we talk about the damage to the brand, the damage to the company, I mean, these are multi-billion-dollar companies, like a company like Starbucks. When you get people boycotting them, are we talking a drop in the ocean in terms of their bottom line, or is it significant?
I believe is a drop in the ocean. What people need to understand is that we are talking about companies who are operating as a franchise. So, and every country is run by the different, master franchise. So therefore, any conflict or any protest about these brands will not affect basically the global operations. It would have some impact, but as you said correctly, it would be a drop in the ocean.
And what about on Israel's economy? Could we see any kind of impact at all through this boycott movement?
The boycott movement is not new. It's been going on for the past 20 years. As you know, there is a movement about boycotting and divest and basically putting sanctions on Israeli companies. And obviously, due to this recent conflict, we are witnessing the emergence of these movements. The impact on Israeli companies are not very. I would say it would not be very obvious due to the fact that we need to have some sort of data and numbers to understand what was the direct impact on Israeli companies. As I said, the impact on Israeli companies could be more on the short-term basis. But again, on the midterm or long term, I don't think that would be a major impact on business operations.
Mike, I really appreciate your time. Mike Ghasemi, founder and chief industry analyst from Mike Ghasemi Research. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that